Sending data. Right, now restream's playing up. Lovely. There we are. Now we're live. Okay. We should be good now. On YouTube as well. Sorry guys, the freaking PC just rebooted on me. We're back. Really need to sort that issue out. I'm hoping that I can access that video footage now. Let me just check. He did it as well. Yeah, I've still got the footage. Alright, good. Okay. It's not Windows, it's my PC, mate. It's my PC. Wow, it's warm in here. Why is it so warm in here? I'm going to open the windows. It's too warm. I think I'm going to open the door as well. Just let a bit of this heat out, which sounds crazy. Sorry guys. Yeah, my PC crashed. What can I do? We're back though now. We're back. Yes, happy days. I'll charge £25 per controller plus the cost of the Hall effects, mate. Refresh and install the board. Nice. How's it going, Mel? Oh, well, that was annoying. No mods on to link new stream. No. They'll find it. They'll find it. Heating up the room with your PC processor. Sounds about right. Oh, I'm just going to finish my SIG now anyway. Yeah, all good, Mel. Thanks, mate. How are you, buddy? I think I saw you walking the other day by your mum's. I think. Thank you, Max. Welcome. Thank you for the support. Can't handle the timeout yet. Yeah, PC just crashed. He does it occasionally. Did Ace ever regain his account? Has he lost his account? I don't know. I haven't really been on YouTube lately. You killed me, mod. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, Andrew, I'm sorry. Poor Andrew. Oh. Yeah, I'll be back, you big baby. Alive, oh, no, I'm good. All good, mate. All good. Right, let's have a look here, because I see some discoloured caps. So let's have a nose. Is that short? Nope. So my 5-volt test point's not short. I've got this set in continuity mode, so it'll beep if we get a short. 3.3 volt FTDI is not short, okay. 12 volt, obviously not short because it wouldn't attempt to power on otherwise. Do we have a short on this Nexus cap? No. How about the fan cap? No. 12 volt test point, fine. 12 volt gated, fine. Safe bridge 1.1 volt, fine. 1.8 volt standby, fine. 1.1 volt standby, fine. 1.8 volt south bridge. Fine. This will go out of focus and stuff because of the different height of the board and shit is all. But that's all good. Do we have any short on SATA? No. Disk drive? No. Where's my main 3.3 volt test point? I can't remember. There's a test point for the main 3.3 somewhere. I can't remember where it is. What about U40? No, that's fine. The NCP is fine. Can't remember where the main 3.3 volt standby is off the top of my head. Is it on the other side? What about around Ethernet? Let's have a look. Nope. No, that's all good. This cap here fails sometimes. That's good. Oh, it seems good. Who dat?
God of Time or just resubscribed for 3 months. Welcome back.
God of Time. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate you, mate. Thank you, thank you. I can't remember off the top of my head where the main 3.3 volt test point is. I know there's one on the APU board, so I'm going to check that. I'm not finding any shorts on this board at the minute. So let's have a look at the APU board. This should come off relatively easy because it's been off before. There we go. Got him. Hey, thank you, Dope. Still rocking my day one Xbox One. Yeah, they seem to be pretty reliable. What board is this? It's a Series X. SSD is there. I will check that on a reader though in a minute. But let's just have a look at this work, what's been done, and just see what the deal is with that. I'm assuming there's no short on 12 volt because it does attempt to turn on. They're not perfectly straight, but I don't think that would cause the issue. I mean, it could. The question is, why was this changed? Like, why was these MOSFETs replaced? I am going to remove them and resolder them in a minute. They don't look, I mean that one looks okay, that one don't look perfectly straight, but who's to know if that's going to be the cause or not. Signs of some flux and stuff obviously, but other than that, it's not too bad. Let's just inspect the other side. Right, so we've got 3.3 volt standby and stuff there we can check. The rest of it looks okay. So yeah, the main 3.3 volt standby rail is on here. It's just the test point is just here. Let's just have a look at those. Good. V fuse is at 50 ohms. I think that's normal. SOC is good. 24 ohms on VMEM. 19 ohms on that one. That's fine. I don't think it's going to be the RAM, but SOC 1.8 is fine. Has it gone Reminiac? Was this one found in a skip? No, it's just had prior repairs. CPU V core 7 ohms, fine. 3.3 volt gated is fine. VBAT is fine. Other than that, 5 volts, that's fine as well. Other than that, we've got no signs of anything failing. There's not really any more test points I can check, other than just checking random caps. That had some excess power in it, but it's fine. Yeah, there's not really any more test points and stuff I can check. So I think I'm going to straighten these two up. I'm going to resolder these two. Let me see how many MOSFETs this customer actually bought from me. I'm not going to show you the order, obviously, because that will have personal info on it. But I can look up the customer's order on the store and just see what was ordered and when. I do remember the name. Order number 2674 on the 13th of August at 10:09 AM. He bought two 86965s off me. Yeah, I do remember that order. So he bought two 86965s. Looks like that's what he's installed. Okay. Interesting. Ever need to check fuses? Not really on these now. Yeah, good night, Wizard. Take care with it. I blame the supplier of those dodgy looking MOSFETs. I do as well. I do as well. I edited it right, arsehole. Yeah, so I can see these caps which got knocked about and stuff. Probably not enough solder on those. Probably is on that one. But I'm going to redo them anyway. Just for the shits and giggles. Just for fun. I'm going to resolder them properly. Not saying there's anything wrong with them because I don't know. I'm just going to do them to my own standard. Looks like we've got some conformal coating exposed on these. And actually, that could be a problem. That could be a cause. I don't know if they're meant to be ground or not, but they are bridged for sure. So that could be causing an issue. So you can see that one there is all bridged across. Could be causing an issue. It takes a lot of heat in this area, that's the problem. I think I'm going to wick that away a little bit. I don't think that's going to cause a problem. I'm pretty sure it's meant to be connected to the same pad. Or at least, not meant to look like that, but it's actually connected physically. What the freaking hell is going on tonight? What is going on tonight? Seriously? What the actual fuck? The fucking PC rebooted yet again. Seriously, come on, man. Oh, that's so annoying. Gonna have to make an Intel PC. No. You won't notice it. I do. I have 4 monitors and I can see every one of them in your peripheral vision. Trust me, you notice the dip in lighting. I think so, Ian. Yeah. Not something I can be dealing with at the minute, though. Alright. Never mind, it's back. I mean, the good thing is it doesn't take long to reboot the PC anyway, so it doesn't take that long to come back on, right? But it's just frustrating and annoying. And it's annoying for you guys as well. Right, so we've got some exposed plane here. So I want to sort that out, ideally. Just stop it from overspilling, because that causes misalignment and stuff, and it's difficult to actually get it aligned fully. So I'd rather sort that out before I try and put the MOSFETs back on. That is far too much, but never mind. I can take the rest of it off. Close enough. Close enough. Right, UV light time. And the good thing is, I've got a power bank in my pocket, so I can just plug it straight into that. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's not working. All right, never mind. My power bank must be dead. Either that was just not turning on. No, it's on 3 bars. What are you doing? There you go. Alright. Just seal that. Just in case the neighbour's cat tries to kidnap him for treats. SSD quick boot, like 10 seconds. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it takes like 7 or 8 seconds to boot. Like it's a fast machine, but something's failing on it, and I just haven't had the time to look at it. It's all good. Clean it up first, you prick. No, I refuse. Because this stuff here, this will just pop off. Like, see? If you don't leave it long enough, the thicker stuff will just pop off because it's not cured. So you can just clean it up afterwards, and jobs are good then. See? But the really thin stuff that's actually on here, that's cured, and that's all good. That stuff is gone. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Late night, early morning, yeah. Right. No, you don't want a tin. Damn it. Well, it looks like I'm just going to have to do it and ignore the conformal coating because it's too oxidized and I need to scrape it. That's annoying. Yeah, so I'm just going to have to ignore it and try and line it up as best I can, I think. It's too oxidized, which means scraping the coating back off. That was a waste of time, wasn't it? No, I haven't, Trooper, no. I don't believe in courses, mate. So many YouTubers, oh, please sign up to my course for just $99.99. Like, fuck off. Oh, it should slow down. See, that's the issue it causes, is it just dances around. If you can get it lined up, you can just press on it and it should push all of the excess solder out and line up fully. It's this bottom one, that's the main one, because sorry, the top one, that's the main one, because the pads are all separate on the top ones, so they can't be bridged. But other than that, most of the other ones can be bridged because they're all connected together, or most of them are connected together anyway. That one lined up perfectly. And that's the difference between having exposed conformal coating and non-exposed conformal coating. Yeah, thank you again, Ryan, for gifting the subs, mate. Appreciate you, buddy. My iron tip really needs replacing. Wow, why is that so oxidized? Alright, so they're on there straight. Tiny ball, yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, they're on there straight. Should be okay there. Not going to put any fresh thermal paste on yet. No, I'm going to bother. I'll put some on if I get it working. Okay. Not going to worry about any of the shields at the minute. Just going to pop everything together loosely. See if it turns on. Right, I'm just going to grab the Nexus board out. Does she stay on? No. Of course she doesn't. Damn it. Well, you suck. Alright, let me test the SSD. Let me see what the deal is with that. The thing is it even the right SSD? Them be the questions. This might be a case where I have to contact the customer and get some more info on it though. Because I don't know why those MOSFETs was replaced in the first place. Those MOSFETs wouldn't really cause a beep on beep off anyway. So if it was originally a beep on beep off, then I don't know why those MOSFETs would have ever been changed. Right, where is my SSD reader? I had it like literally just before I started streaming. There it is. Right. SSD. Need a USB. There's one. Right, the SSD is powering on. It's just picked up on the PC. I'm gonna have to give it a minute just to load up. I'm just loading up Crystal Disk info in preparation. It won't load Crystal Disk info though until the Xbox is actually loaded up. And now he's lost somewhere. I would have pinged off the board. Reticus, how's it going, mate? Long time. Good to see you here, buddy. I took on a woman with kids, mate. How's it going, Scott? Carluccio, how are you doing? Yeah, so this might be a case where I have to contact the customer, get some more info and then pick it up from there, but yeah, it's one of those things. Because there's not really that much info on it. Apart from that a pro repair has been attempted. What's still broken so far? Well, I've fixed an Xbox Series X. Now I'm just working on another one. Yeah, I haven't been on Twitch anyway, mate. I haven't streamed since 24th of October. I never out to the house. Every situation is different, but yeah. SSD is reading okay. It's not the SSD. Or it's very unlikely to be the SSD. Can I clone it? Yes. Do I want to? No. Go on, you bastard. This SSD reader is so fucking slow, honestly. It's not even these in general, it's just mine. Like, mine's just slow as fuck. Really hasn't seen that many power on hours, 77 days. But it's not even the power on hours and stuff that you got to read, it's the reads and writes. This is read 10 terabytes and written 4 terabytes. There's no way this is dead. If we go to the partitions, I mean, this SSD is probably one of the least used ones I've seen. Now I've got to wait for this to load. There we are. So the partitions are fine. Yeah, so the free space, sometimes you can get it failing to boot because there's not enough free space. I mean, there's not much space on the user content file folder, but the main ones you have to look at are the temp content, which is up to 2 gig, and then the system update folders, which they're not completely blocked up, so I'm not seeing any reason why the SSD would be causing it to not boot. Still can be corrupted, yeah, but very unlikely. We can try a clone. I can try it, but it's very unlikely that it's going to be the reason. Very, very unlikely. Right, where did I put that SSD? I had an SSD in that bag that I took all of those out of. Where did I put it? Why are you not cloning? Huh. Pair it off. Back on. There we go, now it is. I'll give that 30 seconds. Could be the wrong SSD. I think that's why I need to know what the deal is with this. I need to know whether it's his own console and it's definitely the right SSD, or, you know, it could be that he bought it and he's, you know, bought it faulty. You know, I just don't know. That's the problem. So, yeah, I'll find out. I'll have to give the customer a call and ask him what the situation is with it. But realistically, now this console should boot with this SSD, and I know this SSD is good. So, if it don't boot with this one, then it's not because of a faulty SSD. There's nothing wrong with the Southbridge board from what I can see, so it's not that, and I can't find anything else wrong with the main board. There's no shorts anywhere, everything's fine, so what else could it be? Hello from Scotland. I've got the hiccups. Hello from Scotland, welcome buddy, hope you're well mate. No. It's not going to be the RAM, because the RAM, it would boot for 6 seconds and then turn off. So it's not that. That's not the cause. So, yeah. I call wrong SSD. Well, I hope not. I really hope that's not the case, but who am I to know for sure, right? So I'm going to put the original SSD back in, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to sideline this. I'm going to give the customer a call in the morning, and I'm going to ask them what the situation is. Unfortunately, I don't think they would appreciate a call right now, would they? So that is not an option. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to sideline it for now. Let's pop everything together so I know what parts belong to this console. There's a plate to it. So yeah, it's one of those things. I just need some more information on it, because there's not enough to go on the repair booking, unfortunately. Nowhere near enough. All right. Pop all of that together so I know who it belongs to, along with the booking form. And yeah, I will give the customer a call in the morning. I'll see what the score is with it, see if he's got any more information for me. Unfortunately, there's not really a lot to go on, because the actual console seems to be fine. Like the boards both seem fine. Doesn't seem to have an issue. Better put the disk drive with it. There you go. Oh well. Just one of those things, I'm afraid. Next, right, so this is a very likely going to be an uneconomical repair. I'm not 100% sure. So the backstory on this is that the person who was using this got very, very angry and punched it, I think. No, I'm not joking. So apparently the person who this belongs to punched it and rage quit basically. So yeah, I think he's got a blue screen of death. I'm not 100% sure. But it might also have a damaged screen as well. But the customer really wants his save game data. No, he hasn't damaged the screen. Okay. So he got in touch and it wasn't really a great description. Just for clarification, it was, I don't know if it was a child, but it was someone that wasn't very old who got in touch about this, right? And I obviously said, right, you're going to need to get your parents to send it in, etc., etc. So they've done that, but the explanation really wasn't clear on what was going on with it. All that I know, or all that I knew at the time, was that it was a rage quit case, and the customer wants it working at any cost necessary, basically. So yeah, we're going to see what we can do with it. It's a blue screen of death, switch Lite. UFL virus. I actually think it was Mario Kart virus. I'll have a look at the paperwork in a second, but I think it was a Mario Kart virus. But apparently they punched the screen or bent it or something and tended it with a blue screen of death. So yeah, rage quit. Don't you just love it? So we're gonna see what we can do anyway. See if we can get it working. Let's just have a look at this paperwork. Bear with me. Most of the same information that I've already discussed should still apply to my Switch Lite, with the main prominent issue being a blue screen of death upon booting up the screen. Should be an error code of 20024373 that appears if the switch is held with enough pressure on the backside for long enough before disappearing and reverting back to a blue screen of death when taken off. A small red dotted line set appears once shown if the error code display is still on screen, but otherwise there's not much else I'm aware of that can help fix the main issue. My main hope is that I can recover my Pokemon saves that have been dormant for over a year, since I want to focus on finishing my university course before replying. Having now graduated earlier this year in July, I think anything that can help would help me feel more at ease. Yeah, this was a long email back and forth about how he'd rage quit it. It hasn't included much information in the actual booking, but I do remember the conversation, and it was a very long conversation, you know, multiple emails backwards and forwards, you know, of me making it very clear that it's not generally economically viable to repair these days, and that if it obviously is bent to a point where it can't be restored, or if there's any torn traces under the CPU, etc., that it would require a CPU swap over to a new board, and that they'd obviously have to pay for a new board, a new working board, in order to get it working. And they're okay with that. They're aware of all of the costs that are going to be involved if that's the case. And they basically said, just do it at any cost, sort of thing. So, yeah. We're going to try. We're going to see what we can diddly do. Let's make sure there's no SD card. So if you're watching this back as a video, I'm live streaming it on YouTube and Twitch at the moment. So I promise you I'm not talking to myself. I'm just replying to chat if anyone sends a message. And my hands are dirty because I've been working on another console. Sue me. I'm not washing them for the third time tonight. I will, but just not until this repair's done. Can you use a modded switch to extract the saves? I'm not sure. I don't really get into modding, so maybe someone in the chat can answer that. I'm not sure if you can mod it and then extract the game save from it that way. Maybe, I suppose. Solder the NAND onto a V1 NAND board, possibly. I don't know. I mean, theoretically, you could solder this CPU onto a HID board and it would work. Just unplug that and disconnect that just so I can reset it without having to sit there for 10 seconds holding power. Because I want to get to, well, I want to put some pressure on the CPU and the RAM and see what it is that's actually causing the blue screen, because despite what people think, contrary to popular belief, it's not just the CPU what causes a blue screen. It could be a communication issue with the CPU, or it could be a communication issue with the RAM. Well, it's actually a communication issue between the CPU and the RAM. But it doesn't necessarily have to be the CPU what is causing the fault. It could be either. It could be one of the RAM chips, both of the RAM chips, or the CPU, or both. It just depends. I'm going to clean all this thermal paste off as best as I can. Pokemon is one game that does not back up to the cloud, unfortunately. And not everyone uses a Nintendo Online account anyway. And some people just use them as offline devices. Alright. So, which buttons for power? I can never remember this. The one nearest the thingy button. Right, so I'll put pressure on the CPU then. Okay, that is not booting. So I'll put pressure on the CPU and I'll plug it in then. That's probably easier. Not booting at all with pressure. So right now I'm unable to replicate 100%. Just try it again with no pressure on it. No. Oh, yeah, okay. So now it's showing up as charging. But that is very, very slow. Yeah, very, very slow. I think this is a CPU issue. Because it's showing up with a charging symbol now, but obviously that's just crashed as well. So, yeah, I guess just literally putting a bit of pressure directly on the CPU has caused it to somewhat work. So, it might just be a case where a reflow fixes this. It could need a reball, but it might just be a case where a reflow fixes it. And yes, I'm going to get some people in the comment section if this makes a video saying, oh, the reflow is not fixing it, reflow is not repair, blah, blah, blah. Well, in this case it is, because Nintendo Switches are prone to flex damage, which causes temporary contact issues on the CPU, which is why when you put pressure on it, it temporarily works. So in that case, when there's no damage traces, which is also common, but in that case, when there's no damage trace, a reflow usually permanently fixes it. I've reflowed switches and they've been working for several years. I have had a few come back, but most of the time, if a reflow fixes it, it fixes it permanently. Rehot is definitely a fix, yeah. Rehotting the CPU, 100% a fix. No, but this is a communication issue between the CPU and the RAM, right? And the reason it's got a communication issue is because on the right hand side here, you've got the data lines for the RAM on the right hand side of the SoC. And when the board bends, whether that's, you know, user damage or whether it's just natural damage because of the heating up and cooling down of the frame and the fact that they use crappy metal made out of cheese, you know, that's irrelevant. When the board bends, it causes a communication issue because the solder joints crack. So when that's the case where there's no damage trace, reflowing it or reconnecting it, or reconnect the joints, and it reconnects it permanently, or at least until it bends again, which, let's face it, it's a switch, it's going to bend again. How long it'll be till it bends again is impossible to predict. But I'm going to attempt to reflow first, because a reflow is easier and cheaper than a reball. Because a reball takes a lot longer. Okay. I've got the CPU just there. Yeah, rehot CPU, bro, does work, yeah. Right, so it's flux flood time. Oh, by the way, this chip here, this Max IC, can also be a cause of blue screen of death, because that's the power management IC for the RAM. So yeah, that can also cause a blue screen of death. So if you've got like liquid damage or something around that chip, you can get a blue screen because it can't power the RAM on. So I'm just going to get some heat in this board, keeping my distance with the hot air for now. So I'm coming in at 350 degrees Celsius. It's going to take a lot longer to reflow it, but it's going to keep the board safe. These boards are very thin, and it is possible for them to popcorn and warp. So you want to be taking as much time as possible. Well, as much time as is reasonably acceptable. It still doesn't take that long to reflow a switch CPU. They are very small. probably do with a little bit more flux. Well, I could probably do with increasing my temp a little bit. I've gone to 400 because my hot air station is, well, it's in need of a new heating element. I'm waiting for it to come. I only ordered it, well, about 4 days ago, I think. There we go, that's starting to flow. Job's a good one, hopefully. Gotta wait for that to cool down though. Way too hot to clean up yet. Have you looked at the antennas, Nick? Could be one of the MOSFETs, bearded guy. Or the chip. The chip fails on them a lot. I'm good, MacGyver. How are you, mate? Alright. Warning, this will sizzle. But it's fine. This new flux really does clean up well. So much easier to clean up. Alright. There we are. Good to go. I think. Let's clean that. And we're good. Right. So all I need to test it is going to be the LCD ribbon, this board just here, the sideboard, so this ribbon here, and the battery, because I can plug it in to boot it as well. Well, I mean, I don't need to because, well, that button's on there. Ah, damn it. No, still don't work. It's going to need a reball. That sucks. That's annoying. We'll just try the pressure again. Yeah, it does attempt to boot when there's pressure. I think there's a torn trace under here. Maybe a trace that's really, really loose. When I put pressure on it, it does attempt to boot up. So I saw the backlight flick on and off. I've got a feeling there's a loose trace underneath there, and it's going to lift up as soon as I pull this CPU off. That's annoying. Right, I'm going to go wash my hands because I'm already going to get caked in flux. I need to get some painkillers because my head is hurting. And then I'll, well, I guess I'll have to reball this damn CPU, which is annoying. See if I can find my switch CPU stencil. Good luck with that, bro. Right, I'm just going through my stencils real quick. They're all 90mm stencils, it's not one of them. Oh, I've got the actual plate for it, so where's the stencil? Ha, got it. Yeah, there's the stencil. Good. That means I can reball it. Okay, right. I'll be back in a minute.